Hi Libra, I am here to do your January monthly reading. I know I'm late. I apologize a billion times. I wasn't feeling myself for a while, so I'm just now getting back together energetically, and I'd like to jump into this reading. I've already shuffled in the background. I'm going to shuffle on camera for you to see. So, God, what messages do you have for Libra for January? What messages do you have for Libra for the month of January? What messages do you have from Libra for the month of January? What messages do you have for Libra for the month of January? What messages do you have for Libra for the month of January? That was resistance. Time to stop. Okay. Bottom part of the deck. So we have your center, your foundation, your past, what covers you, and your future outcome. Get these cards here. So in the center, we have the King of Earth. We have renewal in your foundation. In the past, we have the Emperor. And what covers you, we have the Chariot. The outcome is the Moon. What is going on? Just by looking at it without clarification, it looks like you are seeking some type of stability or moving forward after a situation called for some type of evaluation. Renewal is really like the judgment card. So you may have made a decision, or you're kind of just assessing a situation before you make a decision. You may just be looking to move forward in some way. We'll see how you want to move forward. And the outcome can be, the moon is, what's done in the dark comes to light. So we can see what that's about. Or you can just be afraid of something that may happen. Okay? So let's shuffle these clarifiers. Shuffle these clarifiers. All right, so first let's see why it is that the King of Earth is here. Now, the King of Earth can just represent a time of stability, or it can represent someone that you're having some type of issue with, or someone that you're involved with. So it can be an Earth sign who is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be Sun, can be Moon or Rising as well. So why is the King of Earth here? Why is the King of... Okay, all right. I'm going to take them. I got 3 at once. That's awesome. So we have Justice, the 5 of Swords, and the Princess of Pentacles. Now, this can reinforce the fact that this may be an earth sign, or this is just basic communication. It could be the offering of communication that wasn't met well. It resulted in some type of fighting, or the need for some kind of decision to be made, which actually goes into renewal, because renewal is the decision-making card after, kind of really assessing a situation. It's a come to the light moment kind of thing as well. So let's see why renewal is here. Okay, God, why is renewal here for Libra? Why is renewal here for Libra? We have the Prince of Swords. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the Princess of Swords. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of communication going on here. Because even here, Justice is here, but Justice also represents the sign of Libra. So it kind of looks like you are standing strong in what your convictions are, your realizations are. Maybe you're in a situation where you and another person are not necessarily seeing eye to eye, and you kind of feel left out in the cold. You guys may both be on the frigid end of this relationship, where both of you have boxed each other out, or there's a real lack of communication, or when you do communicate, it's really cold. Your conversations may be quick, they may be curt, they may be rude, they may be blunt, and that is causing you to really evaluate what your situation is with this person right now. If you guys are in a family together, if you're a family unit, man, wife, child, whether you're married or just a conscious couple together, you guys are in a situation right now where it's kind of like, I need to assess what's going on. I hate the way that we've been communicating. It sucks. I don't feel supported. There's no warmth here. It really isn't the best way. So in the past, we have the Emperor. Let's see why the Emperor is here. Father God, why is he? Okay. You said it. Nine of Swords. What's the Emperor here? Nine of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. All right. There are a lot of nines, which means that there was nearly a completion of a cycle. Maybe you guys had almost broken up before, or you guys in the past, you've been going through a situation with someone who might have been pretty controlling. They could have been in Aries as well. I don't typically like to assign signs to my major arcana cards, only because they're power cards for me. It doesn't mean I don't know them. I just don't like to assign them. But I just felt compelled to say that it may be in Aries. But it seems like this may have been a situation where somebody was controlling, and it made you feel like, a little worried and have anxiety around a situation. The Nine of Cups can indicate that this is the person that you were hoping for. When you got them, they were probably a dream. And you were probably all good by your nice, steady, stable, financially secure self, because this is what this lady is. The only thing that this lady is typically missing is love. And perhaps you thought that this person brought that love into your life, the love that you were wishing for, but they've been bringing you anxiety, and fear and feelings that aren't good. You may not even be sleeping well at night, or you weren't sleeping well at night because of the control that this person had over you. Now, the control didn't have to be abusive by way of physical conflict, but it could have just been an emotional situation where you didn't feel supported emotionally, or there was really just a lack of support. And this was in that person's control. They kind of just felt like they weren't going to do these things, and it led you to feeling this way. So it's like you were single, you were all good, and then you had wished for this person. This person is everything that you need, but he may also be a little smug, because this card comes across a little smug for me sometimes. He's kind of a show off. We have all these cups up here to throw in the background, and just the way that he's standing says that he may be a little arrogant in nature. What's covering you? We have the Chariot. So, why is the Chariot here for Libra? Wow, these cards are here. I didn't even see them. That's crazy. It's funny how things just, you see what you're supposed to see. All right, Chariot. God, why is the Chariot here? So we have the Six of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. That is entirely too many. I'm going to turn those back over. Get one more to complete this story, okay? So, why is a Chariot here for Libra? That is too many cards. But you know what? I'm going to take it, because it seems like a story needs to be told. I'll take it. All right, so we have the Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles. The first thing that's jumping out to me is that you guys may have a child together. And I'm saying that because we have the Six of Cups here that represents children. This is a relationship here, and this is a seed. The Ace of Pentacles can represent a seed. So you guys have a child together, which seems like it may be affecting the movement between you guys. So maybe you're kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You may not like what it is that they're offering you. And I'm saying this based on the energy in your foundation. Okay. And based on some of the energy from the past. So you may not be getting what you want. You're watching, you're thinking about it, but you're doing so slowly. Because the Prince of Pentacles moves. He's still a movement card, but he barely moves. He's slow. These pentacles are really slow to come to fruition or to do much of anything, even though they represent the physical plane. So he may also be an earth sign, and we already talked about an earth sign in the center, or the need for stability. So if you are hoping for stability, or you were looking for stability, and this is your current energy, you're hoping to move to a stable place. you feel like the movement is happening really slowly and it's something that you're watching. So you're not necessarily getting everything that you want. This can also be a relationship that you're having with a past lover, or a relationship you're trying to assess going forward with, or going forward in with a past lover. Okay, because the relationship card is here with the Six of Cups, and you guys may have already had your go round, and now you're assessing what the past energies of the relationship used to be, and you're not feeling like they were favorable for you. But if this is not what it represents that this is a current situation that you'd like to move into something more stable. It may involve children. It may involve somebody messing up really bad and now apologizing and hoping to plant, you know, new seeds, hoping to have put together a greater foundation or really plant some roots in the situation that's going on. Okay, but no matter what, you are assessing the situation, because remember, renewal is in your foundation here. And I really do feel like this may be something that's on again, off again, because we have the Six of Cups here, we have renewal here. So it may be an on again, off again type situation. Now the moon, this is your future outcome going forward. And don't worry, I'm going to give you guidance. I've been giving everybody guidance thus far. But let's see why it is that the moon is here, because this could be a what's dark comes to light kind of situation, or this could just be, you know, fear, or you letting go of fear of moving forward, or let's see what it is. Why is the moon here for Libra? Oh God, why is the moon here for Libra? We have the Tower. We have the Five of Cups. Why is the moon here for Libra? We have the Nine of Wands. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how else to be, and I'm probably going to be really curt about it. This doesn't look like an ideal situation moving forward. The moon card indicates that there may be something that's revealed that is tumultuous. It really rocks the foundation of what you may have with this person. You're definitely going to be disappointed. And it seems like you were already fighting. You guys fight. Like, that's kind of what you do. You fight. Did this card fall out too and I didn't see it? It definitely did. I'm going to add this to it. This can be you kind of just speaking and stating your truth, or this can represent the other person who can also be an air sign. And, you know, the Queen of Swords is sharp and she can be off with your head. This is my off with your head card, because not only does she speak the truth, she can execute in the way in which she relays her thoughts. She's not quite as immature as the page or the princess is, but she definitely gets her truth across. So it definitely looks like going forward, you guys are you're gonna have some revelation, or there's gonna be some self-reflection that leads you to see that this is a situation that is absolutely crumbling, and no matter how bad it hurts you, it's something that needs to happen. You're gonna be strong in your convictions though. Okay, I really hate when I have to give you guys bad news, because I am a peace lover. But it seems like this is something that needs to happen, because you're already in this assessment period with this person. And it seems like you've been trying for a while, quite honestly. It really seems like you've been trying, because you have major arcana cards here. Out of 5 cards, 4 of your cards are major arcana, and these are major energy cards. So it says to me like there are even forces in here that have something to do with you. These are lessons that you need to learn just to move forward. So as tumultuous as this relationship is, it's something that needs to happen, because this is going to be something that's imperative to your growth. Now, I'd like to get some guidance for you. So, Father God, what guidance do you have for Libra? Law of attraction. So it says each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Okay, I did say something here was happening, and it was major energetically. I absolutely believe in the law of attraction. I have vision boards. I have vision notebooks. I journal. I do all of that stuff. And I can tell you a billion things that I've manifested just in that alone. So I do believe that if you want to change your situation, even if it's a situation where you want to get out of this, you're going to have to start changing the way that you think, change the way that you perceive the things that are happening around you in order to move forward positively. Okay? So start changing your own mind. That's what you have to start working on. So I'm going to be honest, it looks like you might be comfortable being this old 9 of Pentacles. And I've been a Nine of Pentacles. Quite honestly, Libra is my rising sign, so I definitely recognize being the Nine of Pentacles. But you have to start changing your train of thought. You don't necessarily have to have this fantastic experience with somebody because you have all of this history, because you have history. And I really am inclined to believe that you have children, because we have the child here, the family here, we have the child here. Just because you have this history doesn't mean that you have to stay in this particular situation. You can have the happiness that you want. This doesn't have to be a humdrum life, okay? But you have to work on manifesting a better life by seeing yourself in a better way, okay? So this has been your reading. And I just want to add that you kind of have to believe it before you see it. And that's literally how you begin manifestation. You start visualizing exactly what you want, and then you start to lean in that direction, and you will manifest it. You will. It's God's magic. That's what I call it. But this has been your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, I'm so sorry for the time that it's taken, but I'm human and I have to make sure that my energy is right, because I don't want to give you crappy readings. I know that these are general readings and it doesn't apply to everyone all the time, but it's important to me that when I get the word out, that I'm doing it from a very centered place. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Those of you who aren't new, or even if you have just subscribed, like and share these videos. And I'll see you in February. My light just went off. I don't know what that's about.